Oh, yes, you are awake indeed. And today we just wanted to take a moment and share and the moments and reflect and show our appreciation with the esteemed cast of Laan, an iconic part of our South African television heritage for an astonishing 23 years. Now, as we come together for this concluding encounter, we honor the joy and the shared experiences the series has provided. And joining us now is the very talented Nobuhle Mimi Mashlasela, who we all adore and plays the character of Aggie. And then we also are joined by the dedicated driving force behind the scenes, executive producer Thandi Ramatsatsele. Now, it is the end of an era, but today we want to use an opportunity to really celebrate and remember some of the incredible things that happened over the last 23 years. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today? Good morning, Mimi. Oh, you know what? I still fangirl every time I see you. I know we got to work together on Scarpboard, but Aggie, I call you Aggie. Mimi, let's reflect on how often people do call you Aggie.
All the time. So it's understandable. I've been in their lives for almost over 2 decades, so it would be understandable that they would call me Aggie.
And let's reflect over your character has experienced so much growth. I remember you know, your character was cleaning the stairways, and then you became this really cool executive role in the marketing department. What are some of the things that you appreciated so much about the growth your character Aggie got to go through?
I mean, obviously, like any other human being, it's the growth of an individual and being able to chase your dreams as a character. Because she started off as a cleaner, and now she's this woman that owns multiple businesses. So I appreciate the fact that she was able to go after her dreams.
And also experience that growth. I think as a viewer, we loved seeing Aggie's journey. Now, we also have executive producer Thandi on the line. Thandi, what has been some of your highlights being part of the production team? Oh, it seems like we don't have Thandi just yet, but Aggie, Mimi, you need to excuse me. I'm fangirling here, and I'm going back to the character name. But Mimi, from a character's perspective, and even from an actor's perspective, did you ever find it very challenging to portray your role of Aggie?
Of course, I did find it challenging, especially in a recent storyline that I had to do for Aggie, where she was sexually assaulted and she fell pregnant, and she was torn between keeping the child and not, which is a story that's very close to home. I found in all the stories that I've had to do, I found this particular one very, very challenging. But it was fun as well at the same time, you know. And if something doesn't challenge you and you are too comfortable in it, there has to be a challenge in every adventure that you embark on.
You definitely need to have that challenge. Now, as the end of Laan is approaching, of course, South Africans, we are all mourning the loss of something that was part of our daily lives every single evening. How will you continue to allow Aggie and the character, well, within Laan to continue its legacy even after the last episode airs?
Sorry, the line is a bit bad, but I think I got the gist of the question. I think the last few months that we've got with the show, I'm just going to explore as much as I can with Aggie and just let the viewers enjoy her for her authenticity and for entertainment, you know. So yeah, I think it's just savoring the last few moments.
And you know what, we're going to be here alongside, savoring all of those moments alongside with you, Mimi. Now, we do have Thandi on the line. Good morning, Thandi.
Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I've just chatted to Mimi, and I now wanted to know from you, being part of the production team, what's been the highlight of your time with Laan?
Wow, there are so many really, but one that comes to mind is when we did the big major fun flight to disaster. It was the first time that we did a story that is a big story on location for 5 days consecutive. You know, it kept the viewers on edge. And also, I think the selector story, you know, from the time they got together and, you know, the talking points that reverberated around the world even, which is strange for an interracial couple, but it still happens, unfortunately, and all the way to the selector wedding and Vince and Aggie's wedding. The other big major weddings like the Bassons and the funerals, of course. There's too many to mention, but those are some of the ones that come to mind immediately.
I love that little, you just brought back so many memories in that short and sweet answer. Thandi, the end is approaching. How are you guys planning on continuing the legacy of Sewende Laan with these last episodes that needs to be recorded?
Yeah, look, it's been an honor and a privilege, really, and we are extremely grateful for what we had been given over such a long time. And of course, we appreciate our viewers for the time and the enthusiasm and the passion that they have for the project. But of course, you know, at the end, we have to do service to our fans to give satisfaction. So there'll be a lot of snot and trane, as we are famous for. There'll be a lot of surprises. But we will also be doing a lot of things that are memorable and nostalgic, of course. So you might see one or two of the big former Sewende Laan stars on screen.
Oh, listen, we will be glued to our screens and soak up every single moment alongside with you. Thandi, thank you for joining us this morning. Mimi,
thank you. Really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, amazing. Well, there you go. The last episode is scheduled to air shortly after Christmas, so there's lots that can still happen to your favorite characters between now and then. So stay tuned for the final episode of Sewende Laan on SABC2. You can catch it Monday to Friday at 6 p.m.